Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to get to your Gmail and then choose your Google Drive and find the lesson we created the other day named SS Training with our name on it. When you've got that launched, it should look like this, and we are going to work with it to do some more awesome autofill. Our first step is to add a second sheet by hitting the plus sign down at the bottom where the tabs are. That will give us what we call Sheet 2. Right-click on that Sheet 2 box and choose Rename, and let's call it Money. And then in cell A1, I want you to type Quantity, and in B1, I want you to type Amount. Under Quantity, type the number 2, and in the next cell down, type the number 4. Spreadsheets are amazing for calculating money and keeping track of amounts, and that is why we added quantity and amount right here. Today's learning target is also to be able to understand autofill, so notice I am selecting both A2 and A3, and then I can grab the handle below A3 and drag down, and it auto calculates the numbers for me using 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on. The system calculated the pattern automatically. Now I'd like you to go between columns A and B, and I'd like you to make the column width thinner. By grabbing in between those columns, you can see it turns to an arrow that you can change the size. I now want you to type the numbers for the amounts 1.25 and 2.5. Once again, if I select both cells and then grab the autofill handle, it computes the amount between them and even does the decimal points for the new numbers that it creates. Quantities are simple numbers, so they should look like this. But amounts have to do with money or currency, so we select the whole row and we hit the currency format up above. It's easy to recognize because it looks like a dollar sign. Instantly, our numbers all are shown as dollars and cents. The most common mistake is for people to type Shift 4, which actually wrecks the numbers and you can no longer do math with them, so make sure you use the Format as Currency button. It's time to actually do some calculating for the math, so up in this top box, let's type the word total. We are going to create a formula right here by hitting the equal sign and then clicking on A2 and then hitting the multiplication symbol, which is above the number 9 on the little keyboard. And then we're going to click on the amount, or B2, and press enter. The spreadsheet instantly computes it and gives us the value of the total of that quantity times the amount. Since we made that amazing formula, now we can click on the autofill handle and just zip drag that formula all the way down to compute all of the totals. The system can tell it's dollars, but I'm going to select them and click the currency so it actually shows it as dollars and cents. Since we've calculated all of these totals, now we need to get what's called the sum for the entire column. There is an amazing tool, if we click the Functions button, called Sum. Make sure you're below the last number that we had calculated, and then select all of the numbers that are in the column above it. When you are done, press enter and it will actually do all that math for you. Let's click the currency button to make it look like money as well, and then we can pick a cool text color. Don't choose red. Red would mean it's a negative number if you're in accounting, so let's pick something like blue or maybe even green. Continuing with our previous skills, let's highlight those columns and center them. Let's make them bold so they look nice and spiffy. When you've got that wrapped up, make sure you do a screenshot and turn it in, and then give me a nice Chuck Norris thumbs up so I know that you have completed this part of our training. Great work, friends.